Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. All right, so this is going to be my last example of me attempting to date a woman that had a child already. This is an ongoing response from a gentleman, and I got to get his screen name right, so I'm not going to say his screen name wrong. But he knows who he is. One of my a gentleman who follows my TikTok and comments quite a bit asked me my take on dating single mothers. And I've been titling this wrong. That's what I should have titled it as, dating single mothers, because I'm not a stepfather. Although I have made a couple of attempts to do so. Pardon me, I'm a coach. I got to do my dugout spit, but it is what it is. Okay, my apologies. Look, I tried. I'm going to tell you about the last of the Mohicans as far as me attempting to date single mothers. It doesn't make them bad people or anything like that. This is just my experience. Now, this last chick, I met her on a dating site. She was in a different city, and she had a child. Now, this child, remember I told you my possible pros. This child was very similar to one of my children. So I thought, okay, that can possibly be a situation where the two children can be good company for each other. They're close in age, same gender, lots of similarities where they could actually improve each other's life. But I took it kind of slow. I think I waited about 6 or 8 months while we just talked, because she's in another state anyway. I think I had flew her in once to visit. And I'm nearing my 40s. You know, I don't look like I did when I was 20. I got a little gray hair. I'm bald now. I'm still in decent shape. And I've gotten to the point where beauty, as far as cosmopolitan standards, isn't everything. So this woman was probably not America's standards of beauty, but that's okay. She carried herself well. She dressed well. She worked for the federal government. You know, she was a decent lady. I'll give her that. I didn't have any problems with her. Didn't have any problems with the daughter. It got to the point where I said, okay, if we're going to do this, I need to see, number one, how this child responds to me and my rules in my household. I need to see how this child responds to my children. I need to see how this child responds to my family. And I might as well just let the family meet this young lady. She's about 5 years younger than me, actually. No, maybe 7 or 8. I can't remember at this point. Anyhow, so first I flew her in. We had a great time. I work a lot, so if you're gonna date a busy man, ladies, sometimes you might end up at work with him. If he's controlling something and you know, got some influence over something, he may have projects. And you know, this Instagram life where people are just on planes and trips all the time. Well, once you get established, maybe you can do that depending on how successful you are. I'm not at that stage yet, but she seemed like she understood what was going on. And then, my apologies. The only problem I can see was the child's father was non-existent. But you know, the devil got a way of taking stuff and tearing it apart if it's going your way or going the right way. And let me see. We crossed through a Valentine's Day, because I bought her some really nice Valentine's gifts and stuff like that. When she come to the house, she cooked, she cleaned. And the goal was I basically set up a retirement plan for her should she have chosen the path that I offered to her. I'm not going to say too much about that on the internet, but everything was ready, set, without the go. And about 8 months into it, when I decided to fly her and the child in, and this is going to be the last or another possible con, and then I'm probably going to have another video with the list of cons, and then I'm going to give you my conclusion and what I think about the whole matter as far as me is concerned, and you can take the information I've given and do what you will with it. So the guy starts calling, the child's father starts calling this lady out of the blue, towards the right before that last visit. And when I tell you, my family rolled out the red carpet for this this woman and her daughter. I mean, I didn't expect it to be that open. But you know, us Southern people, we can be like that. We can take a total stranger and treat them like family. So I know we're capable of that, but this situation went surprisingly well. Kids got along. I let my mom babysit this young lady on purpose because I had a situation with one of my ex-wives who was disrespectful to my mother, so we'll never have that again. I let mom meet the lady I was dating. We took them to some other family who's dear to me too, because I wanted, you know, if you're gonna get along with me, you have to get along with these folks. That's non-negotiable. These are the type of family that call to check on you if they hadn't heard from you in a while. I don't have that, you know, that don't always happen. So we had a nice little weekend. Kids got along great. My son was in town too. Everything seemed to go fine. And after that last meetup, that last time I flew her and her daughter in, she sent me a text message either Monday morning or Monday evening. I think it was Monday morning following that weekend, and said, hey, there's just some things that this is what she said. She said, there's some things that I saw that I don't think are right for my daughter. And if you ask me, I think that the child's father came back into the picture. And hey, it's his kid. I can't be mad at the guy for that. I'm not mad about the situation because there's more women on the planet than men. So there's no scarcity here about females at all. We ain't worried about that. Other things to worry about in life than females and stuff like that. So she I don't know, did she ghost me? I guess I got ghosted. Maybe we'll call it ghosting. Yeah, the Renaissance man got ghosted. Ooh, you got ghosted, partner. All right. I think that guy came back. I think he never thought anybody else was going to take this woman seriously. I don't think he thought anybody else was basically going to offer this woman the chance to be a housewife and this daughter a life where, you know, she can be functional, and basically now she doesn't need him anymore because dude never paid any child support. Dude never did anything for his kids. As far as I can tell, not really a good person. I think she ended up going back with her baby's father. So that's another potential con. When you are dealing with, and I think I might have said this, but when you're dealing with another man's child, you're dealing with another man's child. And he has the right to feel a certain way about that. But here's the other part of that. That woman might still have some type of connection to that man. And I think this is one of them childish situations where, oh, somebody else wanted, so now I want it. And hey, dude, hey, ma'am, that's fine. That's okay. I hope he took care of his biological child who bears his likeness. I think she might have bore his last name too. Now, what I was actually going to do, I don't know if this would have held up in court, but I was actually going to, if I was going to end up being with this lady permanently and marry her, I was going to get the child's last name changed and get permission from the father, and I was going to cut him a check and say, just go away and never come back. That's the agreement that we're going to have. Sign over your rights to this child, and you just go away. Don't interfere with what we got going on, because I'm planning for a couple of generations in advance. You know, so I don't need you coming around here and causing all kinds of drama and stuff. I was just going to cut him a check and say, bro, be gone. But and I did make that clear before that last visit. So I think she might have even told the guy, look, this man's serious. We got a plan to get you out this child's life. What you gonna do? And all of a sudden he must have said, okay, well, let's try to work it out. Okay. But you got to understand, if you're gonna deal with a woman who has a child already, something like that could happen. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But for me, that's the last of the Mohicans. I don't think I can date any more women with children. For me and what I'm trying to do in life and how I'm designing life, it just doesn't seem prudent. So I'm gonna leave those situations alone. And I'm gonna sum up all of the pros and cons and try to give some more insight and bring some closure to this video in the next video that I make. And as always, never lose the will to win and never lose the will to survive.